How y'all doing? Dom back here again, and today, this time to finally learn how to keep those pesky third-party dependencies you are inevitably going to be using under control. Quick aside, Mocha, why'd you bump my camera, honey? Aside about dependency management in Go, it used to be a mess. You'll notice that Go has a lot of nice things sort of built into the toolchain. Formatting, testing, build tools, installation tools, all this nice stuff. But up until about 3 versions ago, it didn't have any dependency management tools built into it. So that meant that the community had to create their own. The problem is that there was not a one globally used solution. I believe there was 3 main ones used. One was called Dep, one was called, I think it was GoDep, and another was called like Go Vendor. This created some problems where, depending on if you went from project to project, you may have one team use Dep, another team used Go Vendor, blah blah blah. You can see where it might get a little confusing. But now, luckily, the Go toolchain now has its own built-in way of handling dependencies called modules. And that's what I'm going to be showing you what to use today in order to handle your dependencies. So I have a blank project, a blank directory here. There's nothing in here whatsoever. If we check, it is empty. So we want to set this up to be able to use Go modules to handle the dependencies. So how do we do that? Well, there is a command you can run with Go called mod, which is what handles all the module stuff. And we do go mod, and then to start it, you do init. As you see here from my history, you have to give it a name to initialize with. Typically, you pass in the URL, like the repository you're going to be storing this package in. If you're not really going to put this on a repository, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to let this autocomplete. So if I was going to put this code in a repository, this is where I would put it, which is on my GitLab account under this name here called Golang Modules. If I run this, you'll see it's created a new go.mod file. And also I have some plugin on my terminal that's detected that, hey, this is a Go project and this is what version of Go it's using. So this has created a file here called GoMod. And if we look at it, you will see right now there's only 2 things in it. There's the name of the module you're working in, which is what we just passed into GoMod init, and then what version of Go this module is using, which as of right now is 1.14. So how do we actually manage dependencies here? Well, let's just create a small little file here, right? So you notice there's already some boilerplate thrown in here for my plugin. So we're gonna get rid of this and oops, go back up here. So I'm actually going to just do something that imports in some random dependency. I recently had to start doing some things with a package to interact with Discord. So let's just pull in the Discord. Why not? You'll see here it's called Discord Go, and this is what you do to use it. You do this right here. So I'm going to copy this because we already have an import statement, and we're going to pop back over here. And let's see, I'm going to wrap this in good old braces like this. Get this down here. And we're going to plop you in. Oops, nope, I made it go back over here. Copy this again, please. Give me this. Let's see, put this in. Yeah. Oh, what? I'll just do it manually. Jesus. GitHub.com. GitHub, how about nice? .com/bwmarin/discord go. So if we go look at this right quick, here's just a simple little snippet to do it with. So this is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. I should put that in there, and I'm actually going to get rid of this because I remember seeing that you could just pass in a blank to basically get like an empty Discord session object. So I'm going to do if error is nil. I'm just going to check for error. fmt.println could not start session, otherwise fmt or println session, and then Discord Gucci. Okay, so right now we don't actually have this third-party dependency installed. There's a couple ways that we can pull it down now. I think if we just do go run, it'll pull it anyway. The better way to do it more consistently, especially when you're both adding and removing dependencies, is you do go mod tidy, and that will actually pull it in if you don't already have it. And I believe if you're using Go modules, it will put it in your Go path that you have defined from when you have Go installed. It puts it in like a cache. So if you already have this in your cache, it doesn't actually pull it, that specific version that you're using. And if we should go look at our go.mod, you will see now there's a new line here. It says require, and it's that package we pulled in. Okay, I think it should. And you'll also see now there's a go.sum. Now, I'm just going to cat it out so we can look at this. And you'll see, so here is the package I pulled in, right? Well, you'll notice there's some other things here. Why are these here? Well, the common train of thought would be is that, okay, Discord Go probably relies on these for some reason, which fair enough, probably does. In fact, if you want to find out why, there's actually a way you can do that with the module command in Go. You can do go mod y-m to find out, like you're asking a question about a module. And so let's find out why Gorilla WebSocket's there. So we're going to do github.com/Gorilla WebSocket. Socket, can't spell. And this says, okay, Gorilla starting from top down, usually the top one is the thing that you're the module that you are in. So this is your module. Your module is consuming Discord Go, and Discord Go is consuming the WebSocket one. That tells you why that module is there. What about the crypto one? Let's find out about that one. So let's get rid of all this. We do golang.org as crypto. Let's see, of course, your module is consuming discord.go, which consumes this package called crypto/nacl/secretbox. Don't know what that does, but that's using it. So that helps you find out what these other packages are that will be installed along in your binary. So I'll say for example that you want a specific version of that package, right? So as you see, the newest version, I believe it said it was version 0.21.1, which you'll notice that this is also using a semantic versioning. It's modules, I think, actually more or less tries to like force you to use semantic versioning for a reason. And if we go to tags, let's say I want 0.20.3 specifically. Okay, I believe if we want to do that, we're going to do go get github.com bwmarin discord.go at version 0.20.3, like that. You see, it is pulling it because I did not have it cached locally. And if we go look at our go mod, this has updated to indicate that, hey, you are no longer using version, the one we were using, which was like 21.1. It's using the one we just told it to. If you want to, by default, I believe it always pulls the latest. Another way to make sure that you're using the latest is instead of doing the whole semantic version, you can actually just do the latest. And that will always pull the latest version of it. And you'll see that it's updated the mod file to use 21.1, which is what we were just using. Let's double check. There you go. It's changed again. Okay, so last thing that would probably be important is, or two things. Let's say that there may be times where you may want to vendor your dependencies. If you use Node and NPM, you are well aware what vendoring is. It basically downloads a local copy of your dependencies into your project. This tends to be useful if you have like a lot of dependencies and you're using something like some kind of build automation pipeline, and every time that your pipeline runs, you don't want it to have to pull, maybe dozens or hundreds of packages down to do a build. You just want they're already there, and it just builds from them. So the easy way to do this is actually very easy. You just do go mod vendor, and it will put a new directory here called vendor that has all of a local copy of all of your dependencies there. I'm gonna go into LF and let's actually look at that. So you'll see in the vendor folder we have the github.com, which is where the discord.go and the Gorilla packages come from, and then Golang.org is where the crypto one comes from. And this also actually kind of gives you more detail about where each package is coming from. So you'll see there's a line there that says explicit, meaning like, hey, this is the dependency that I am explicitly using in my package. And then for each one of those, you can see its dependencies. So you can see that, let me just open this up. Okay, there we go. That WebSocket is using, or there's also, or it was a discord.go is using this, and that's using like all these sub packages from the crypto package. So yeah, that's how you get a local copy of your packages installed so that you can just move them along in your pipeline. And the last thing is, well, let's say that you've removed dependencies. Let's go back into our main Go. Let's say I decided, I don't want to mess with this thing anymore. So we're gonna get rid of I want us to do fmt.println. I'm just gonna say hello world, right? And then I'm just gonna delete all of this, and all this stuff gone. Bye, it's gone. So I'm gonna exit out of this. Now, if we go to go.mod, it's still in here, right? But we don't need it anymore. And we also don't need the vendor dependencies anymore. Well, remember that command we ran to pull and update our Go mod file called tidy? If you run that, it also double checks to make sure whether anything that you have listed in your Go mod file and your vendor, and that's in your vendor directory, is even still being used. If it's not, it cleans it all out. I'm gonna run tidy. You'll notice, actually, that's still there. That's very weird. Go mod. Okay. Oh, that's right. So if you wanted to completely get rid of the vendor thing too, I don't know if there's an easier way to do this, but if you run this now, it's going to say there are no dependencies to vendor, and it's gone. It's dead. And you'll also see that our Go mod, again, has nothing in here anymore. It's been cleaned up. And I guess Go sum would have, yeah, it's empty because there's no dependencies to check sum against. But there you go. That is how you use Go modules to manage your dependencies. I believe if you're wondering how to migrate from one of the older tools to modules, so like dep or go vendors or whatever, I could be wrong, but I believe in most of the cases, if you run go mod init inside of a directory that has some of those like common files those produce, I think it actually reads them and actually translates them into a go mod file. And then you can do the things where you run like go mod tidy to install everything, cache it, and update your go mod file. And then you can just get rid of the old stuff. And then that's basically like a painless transition. I think they did that on purpose because they understood that like there's 3 or 4 other packages that people are using to manage dependencies, and they want everybody on modules now because that's the built-in way in the tool chain to manage dependencies, and they wanted that transition to be as painless as possible. If you liked the video, be sure to follow, subscribe, depends on wherever you're watching this at. Share the video if you think it would be helpful for someone else, or you just want to be a cool kid and share it with them. It'd help me out a lot, man. And if you would like to support these videos being made, I should have links in the description of wherever this video is to do that as well. And with that, y'all come on back now, and I'll see you next time.